Everyone's been lying to you about AI and jobs. They keep saying AI is replacing workers. That's not what's happening. I found something worse. AI isn't taking jobs from people who have them. It's blocking new people from ever getting hired. At all. And if you're mid-career right now, that's actually good news for you. Let me show you what I found. Julia graduated from college with good grades. She had internships. She did everything her parents told her to do. Then she started applying for jobs. Hundreds of applications. Months of waiting. Nothing. She told a reporter, and I'll never forget this quote. She said, "It feels like I have a full-time job, just applying for jobs." 6 months after graduation, she was still living with her parents. Still refreshing LinkedIn. Still waiting. Julia isn't lazy. Julia isn't stupid. Julia got caught in something nobody warned her about. Here's what the data shows. 52% of the class of 2023 is underemployed. That means more than half of college graduates are working jobs that don't even need a degree. Barista jobs. Retail jobs. Jobs they could have gotten without 4 years of tuition. The unemployment rate for new graduates just hit 5.8%. That's the highest since 2013. But here's the stat that made me stop scrolling. For the first time in decades, college graduates have the same unemployment rate as high school graduates. The same rate. All those years. All that debt. And the job market treats you exactly the same as someone who never went. I found another graduate named Oliver. He went to UMass Amherst. Great school. He worked as a teaching assistant. He did research. His professors loved him. He applied to hundreds of jobs after graduation. Hundreds. He got one interview in 6 months. One. He said something that stuck with me. He said, "When you see a job posted on LinkedIn, it already has 100 resumes in the first hour. Getting hired feels like luck now, not skill." That's how it feels for them. Random. Helpless. Like the game changed and nobody sent them the new rules. Okay. Here's where it gets interesting. Everyone blames AI for killing jobs. Every headline, every podcast, every worried parent. But when I looked at the actual research, the numbers tell a different story. The Federal Reserve studied this. They found that almost no companies actually fired workers because of AI. Almost none. But, and this is the important part, lots of companies said they're hiring fewer new workers because of AI. You see the difference? If you have a job right now, AI probably isn't going to take it. Not tomorrow. Not next month. But if you're trying to get your first job, the door is closing. One hiring manager explained it perfectly. He told CNBC, "We use AI to fill the gaps while we figure out our hiring strategy." Read that again. They use AI to fill the gaps. Translation: they don't need as many new hires because AI handles the easy stuff. The grunt work. The stuff that used to train new employees. Entry-level jobs weren't just about cheap labor. They were training grounds. You'd start at the bottom. You'd learn. You'd make mistakes. You'd grow. When companies cut those jobs, they cut the first rung of the ladder. Now there's a whole generation standing at the bottom, looking up, with no way to climb. Okay, that was heavy. But I promised you good news. Because if you already have experience, this data actually works in your favor. Here's why. Companies got burned during the pandemic. High turnover. People quitting. Training costs through the roof. Now they prefer mid-career hires. People who don't need hand-holding. People who already know how work works. The Burning Glass Institute put out a report that said it plainly. Employers want experienced workers who can hit the ground running. Think about what you have that a new graduate doesn't. You have context. You know how your industry actually operates. Not the textbook version, the real version. You have relationships, people who trust you, people who will vouch for you. You have judgment. You know when to push back, when to escalate, when to stay quiet. I can't learn those things in 90 days. Neither can a new graduate. That's your advantage. That's what makes you valuable. The Cleveland Fed found something that backs this up. Even though finding a job is harder for everyone right now, experienced workers have way better job stability once they're hired. Lower separation rates, which means you're less likely to get fired. Higher wages, which means your experience still commands a premium. The market is scary. I won't lie to you. But your position in it is stronger than you think. Let me give you 3 things to do with this information. First, stop comparing yourself to AI. Start comparing yourself to what AI can't do. Microsoft studied 200,000 real conversations between people and AI. They found that AI struggles with anything requiring physical presence, human connection, or handling surprises. Your value isn't in doing tasks. It's in navigating chaos. Second, document your judgment calls. Every time you make a decision that requires context, write it down. Every time you handle something an algorithm couldn't predict, note it. That's your evidence. That's what makes you irreplaceable. Third, build relationships on purpose. Referrals still matter more than ever. In a world where AI screens resumes, human connections are the way around the gate. Your network is your moat. Invest in it. Remember Julia? The graduate sending out hundreds of applications? She's not your competition. She's stuck at the bottom of a ladder that's being pulled up. You're already on that ladder. You've climbed. You've got scars and skills that prove it. The companies cutting entry-level jobs still need people who can think, who can lead, who can handle the work that AI breaks when it tries. That's you. If this helped you see the job market differently, hit subscribe. I break down the real economics of AI and work, so you can make better decisions about your career. And if you want to go deeper, I put together a career survival kit that shows you exactly how to audit your job for AI risk. Links in the description. See you in the next one.